What's up, guys? Welcome to Evolving with John and Jimmy, the Titans Edge.
Titans Edge.
Evolving with John and Jimmy. Sorry about that. So, welcome back, Jimmy. Appreciate having you, dude.
Sorry I missed last week, bro.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
You know?
Listen, gotta take care of our health and make sure everything is good.
When the doctor says you got to come in, you got to come in.
Absolutely, 100%, man. Want to make sure we're good and on track. So obviously, we got some good topics, to talk about today. I know we talk about training, we talk about nutrition, we talk about all these different things, how to get in shape, and all these things, which we'll cover maybe some of these different aspects. But I want to get into maybe some different perceptions out there that people have, or just something I heard today. I was astonishing to me, and I kind of looked at the facts with you before this. So.
Where did you hear it, first of
all? So I see it on social media.
Okay.
And I've seen multiple takes on this. Like I've seen, stars of adult entertainment say something like this. I've seen, girls in public say something about this. Movie stars have said something about this. Where, some of these girls are saying that they'd rather prefer a man with a chubby belly or a dad bod over a six pack. And my question is just why, right? Why? Because. And I know there's guys out there that curvaceous girls too as well.
Right.
They want something to hold on to and everything like that. They don't want a skinny girl. I understand that. But, a girl with a six pack per se. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because even as guys aspect now, the girls look that they want out there is they want the skinny waist with the curves.
Okay.
Right. So at that point, why wouldn't girls want, the tight waist with, some muscle on top, right? It's kind of more curves too as well. So, what do you think about this?
I'm going to try to disregard because you cut me off before, because you went to talk about this before we got on air. You're like, let's stop.
Yes.
So you kind of left me hanging. So
I don't want to give all the magic out.
Right. So, when you first tell me about this, I feel like usually, in my experience with other people, not my personal experience, just in general, from talking to people, sometimes there's a lot of pressure on that relationship for the other person. Let's say the and I don't mean anything. I'm just thinking out loud, right?
Fine.
Okay. So let's say that the wife or the girlfriend or the female is not in great shape.
Yeah.
And the male, their partner is in really good shape.
Sure.
Has a six pack.
Sure.
Okay. Sometimes they get uncomfortable, and vice versa.
Right.
So maybe they're saying, "Hey, I don't take that pressure off me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about this, and I don't have to eat healthy all the time
Mm-hmm.
because misery loves company."
It's true. It's true.
Right?
It's true. Yeah. I mean, uncomfortable or insecure.
I think uncomfortable becomes insecurity.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah. And I still don't understand. At this point, why someone would be uncomfortable with that? Right? They shouldn't. If their partner is in shape or likes to go to the gym, then at that point, they shouldn't take away from that, because obviously, the number one investment should be your health.
Right.
All right, we preach that here, and being healthy is the
it's priority.
Beauty is the oldest currency. We talked about this too, right? At that point, aesthetics is great, and aesthetics will go away, and beauty will go away as we age. But you can still stay in shape and still stay.
But you still age gracefully.
Absolutely. And I know some females out there, even the hotter ones, would say well, I want something that's more secure, right? Not a gamble. I always go out with the hot guys, always cheat on me, whatever it is. It's because they have usually more options. If you're in shape and you look good, I don't care if you have a dollar to your name, you could probably pull some girls just because you look good.
Right.
Right. Where it's the opposite effect, where somebody doesn't look good, maybe they're overweight and everything like that, and they have to compensate with other things, whether it be money or gifts or whatever it may be. Guys are the same way though. I know some guys that they don't want to deal with the attitude,
the hotness,
the Instagram hotness,
just the hotness. Listen, everybody's got an attitude.
Yeah.
You have an attitude. I have an attitude.
Yeah.
We agree. Sure. So we definitely have an attitude. Okay.
Of course.
So maybe they just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Guys, I know a lot of guys.
Yeah.
That they start dating a hot female.
Yeah.
And they go out a few times. They dress sexy.
Yeah.
But that's how you met her.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
And all of a sudden, 6 months later, you wearing that?
Yeah. The jealousy kicks in.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, where's the insecurity?
Yeah. Oh, it's on him for sure. It's on the listen.
But
If
why?
if you meet them like that, then you got to
But
respect
why would there be an we're going a different way, but I want to
for
go
sure.
into this and
No,
we'll flip it,
I
okay?
think it's great.
Why would that person be insecure instead of saying, "Hey, I'm going to get in shape too.
Yeah,
I'm going to match that. I'm going to go to
agreed.
her level."
Agreed. I totally agree on this. Like if either the guy or the girl are in shape, whatever, and the other partner is not, then at that point, then they should take a cue, or go spend some more time because this is a great time to bond with your partner too as well, and share that experience and share those wins that you're doing as far as the results, hopefully. So, I totally agree with what you're saying, and if you got to me, well, I hate to say it. Prime example is me and Charisse. Now Charisse is hot, so I'll give her looks. But Charisse was the one that didn't work out, not at all. Smoke, drink, just total opposite of what my lifestyle was like as far as that goes. And she'd get away with it, but I'm sure that she got insecure. Like if I would go to the gym and like go to the beach, whatever. I mean, Charisse would kill somebody if they look at me. So I understand her thought process, but some I just can't. I'm just like, listen, if you're that insecure about it, then why don't you go do something about it?
You ever see those couples that are overweight and then they do a transformation together?
Yes,
How happy are they?
they're happy as hell.
Right?
Happy as hell. They share that
But they're
journey.
they start to look good together.
Of course.
So the end result is you look amazing.
Yes.
You both look amazing,
Yeah.
and you're at the same
Yep.
body comp, whatever
Yep.
level
Yeah.
of health.
Yeah.
So flip that to the women. Well, let's stay on this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How many women do you think are in shape?
I don't know.
All right. So okay, you said about abs, right? I don't know about I don't know percentage of women having abs. That's too much, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because women,
So
a normal woman holds more body fat
right,
than a man
right.
does
All right. So let's be fair.
genetically.
A woman in shape, but a woman with curves with body fat could look in shape too.
Of course.
That's how she carries it, right?
Absolutely.
So that's hard. That's a hard one.
That's a true thick girl, and not a fat girl.
I think I just put myself in
Right?
the corner.
It really is. It's a thick girl, not a fat girl. Because
Yeah.
listen, there's girls out there that hold weight differently,
Yeah.
right? And you can see it. And the body composition is totally different.
Right.
It's just like a guy. You put a 180-pound guy to a 180-pound guy, one
Totally
guy,
different.
right? It just
Totally different.
it just is what it is, right? So, it really depends on the person, I guess, and their body composition. But at that
Right.
point, like,
So how many fit women are in like one out of what
well, we looked at the visible six pack is 1 out of 25,000 men,
for the men?
right, for a six pack. So at that
Say that
point,
again.
1 out of 25,000.
Did you guys hear that? One out
With
of
a visible
25,000.
six pack. This is the United States over 30 years old. So,
So you can drop Michael Hearn
yeah.
in the middle of 25,000 people.
Yeah.
And he'll be-
I mean, the numbers really start getting bigger when you start going up in age. If you say
Oh, yeah,
57
forget it.
or 60-year-old,
Okay.
you're not going to get as many.
So it'll be 50,000?
Probably. I mean, it's a small percentage of males out there that have visible six pack. There's a small percentage of people out there that can only bench 225 pounds. If you look up that, it will make your head
Yeah,
spin.
that's not good.
I mean, it's just not
Yeah,
because
that's not good.
think about how many people. The average weight for a
Average-
male weight is 190 pounds.
Yeah.
It's 190 pounds, and those guys aren't in shape. 190 pounds. So at that point, like if you weigh 225 pounds, you better be able to bench 200.
You have to at least bench
your
your
weight.
weight.
Your weight.
3 times.
And there's a lot of guys, a lot of people out there that cannot do that.
That's what it says about women's six pack figure job.
What does it say?
1% of women have naturally visible six packs. Women generally require body fat percentage below 19%, often 14 to 16.
Right.
So, if a girl is at 14%, she's doing good. Usually, girls
14% is great.
Yeah, they're doing.
I got girls competing at 14%.
Yeah. That's really good. So, it just is what it is. It just you're
So where do you think is the problem?
Where do I think the problem is? I think the problem is that this is my take on it. There's more females than males in the world, and there's less guys that have six packs. So at that point, the majority of men are going to have a belly or a dad bod or something like that with just probably not aesthetically pleasing. So at that point, like that's why I think that if you're surrounded, and that's only options basically.
Right.
Then you're going to go with that, and you're going to pick the best option out of that point. Like maybe one person out of that 25,000 has a six pack. So and that guy has probably got he's probably got tens girls lined up, right? Like, because it just is what it is. Nowadays, it's a lot easier to hook up with people, and it's more shallow and judgmental, I think, because literally the people are going on apps, which I never did this. I never got a chance because I was married at the point, but they're going on apps and they're swiping left to right. And it's just visibly, just visually, like where they were picking somebody.
Mhm.
They're not like reading a profile or a person's take on life or whatever it is, hobbies, whatever it is, first. And
Right.
then, oh, I really like this person. Let me see what
It's
they
all,
look like.
it's all physical appearance.
It's all aesthetics. So if a girl swipes or a guy swipes left or right, I don't know.
To be honest with you, I've never even been on one. Is it
I-
a profile pic
So-
or is it a body pic?
it could be a body pic.
Okay.
It's like a full screen vertical pic.
Okay.
And I've never been on these apps. One of my buddies is on the apps. He's single, and he was showing me. He was like, "Yeah, this app is swipe left, swipe whatever." So, and that's it. And then once they do that, they like basically contact them, and they might say like one, like my dude, he kills it. He's like one line, and then they go to meet, and that's it. And I'm like, bro, this is just crazy. I mean, like just crazy, right? So it's just a whole new world in that. But I think aesthetics, I mean, listen, if the guy has a six pack that's on there physically, and they show that, he's probably gonna get a lot more women than a guy out there that shows his belly.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And that's not hating on the guys who have a dad bod.
No.
It's just legitimately.
But do you think they really want a dad bod?
I say it all the time. Nobody wants to be fat.
Nobody wants to be
Okay.
like that. I don't care
Nobody.
what you say.
Nobody wants to be
There's
fat.
no way, man.
Nobody.
If you guys
And-
out there and you're like,
this whole,
oh,
and this whole GLP thing is actually proving everything that we talked about.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I'm happy with myself. I'm happy being this. Now everybody's like, oh, I'm down 30 pounds.
Yes.
I feel so
Yes.
much better.
Yeah. So at that point, if you're lying to yourself and you're telling yourself that you want to be fat or overweight or however you want to say it, okay? Because I'm not calling you fat to be mean, but I am saying it's fat because that's legitimately what it is on your body. It's fat. So if you want to be overweight and have fat on your body, then at that point, that's your perspective. But at that point, like I guarantee you, really deep down inside, do not feel like
No, I
that.
don't think nobody. That's like nobody wants to be poor.
Yeah, no, and
You know?
somebody can say that all day long.
Yeah, right. I agree.
And at that point, right now, like you are you lying to yourself? In denial, like
So, what age do you think they start to settle for that? Do you think it's a struggle to get the abs? Like the women trying to get the guys with the abs, and then they realize that these guys have many more options, and then they're like, you know what? Let me go to Plan B.
I think they might go down that path, and they might be one of those side options, and they get treated like that, and then at that point, I'm not doing it anymore.
But let me tell you,
And then you got girls out there that go through guys, and at that point, I'm not dealing with guys when they go to women.
right?
And this happened a lot more. Right? They
Lately.
put up with the shit, and they're like, I'm not dealing with guys.
Right.
Go to women.
Right.
Like, well, that's not any better. Two women together are not any better than men and women together. So, you see the fights and the arguments, but the emotionability, like the emotional stability of some of these, just one of them is off the charts. And then if two of them get together, it could be even worse. But guys and girls, they've been fighting like cats and dogs forever, and girls will do the exact same.
But I can say, in my 40-some years career of bodybuilding, I have very seldom seen a pro bodybuilder with a fit wife.
Really?
Just an ordinary female that just loves her man, that's just there.
The support.
Yeah.
I think honestly, now you say that there are quite a few that I do know like that. You're right, and most of them do have just regular. But
What do you call regular, right? It's like
I don't want to be like regular, I don't want to disrespect.
right?
But they're not.
You would think
competitors.
Yeah, you would think, right? Like, just the top 10 Olympians
Yep.
would be dating the top 10 fitness Olympians. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right?
It's almost like cheerleader, quarterback,
Right.
type. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not.
You're right. Most of them aren't.
Is it the balance?
Probably because
So maybe the balance is there with the other side now. The women don't want the abs. They go.
I think I think when it comes down to competitors like that though, it's more of a selfish thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, there's a special type of woman
It
that
is
there's nothing to put up with.
right,
Okay, unless the bodybuilder's an asshole.
right.
Okay, because if he doesn't know how to control himself, he
Of
does.
course.
If he keeps walking into the lion's den,
Of course,
then that's his fault.
of course.
But if he knows how to control, maintain, and
Yeah.
focus,
Yeah.
it's okay. But do you know how many women are legitimately their right hand man?
Oh yeah,
Like they do all the work,
yeah. No, for sure.
and they're there day in and day out.
Yep. No, I agree. I definitely agree. It's just that's just like you said, it's a special type of person.
Very special type
For
of
sure.
woman.
So, at that point, but most people out there aren't dealing with anything like that. So it's like,
But they're kind of dealing in some way, shape, or form, though.
I think so.
Right? Give me a successful man. What they say? Every successful man has a strong woman behind him.
Yeah. I mean,
Think about that.
it's true.
Therese,
Oh no, listen, for me, I'm that's what
you're living it.
for sure.
Right?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Mono and Mike,
Right. Right.
I mean,
You see?
it's the same thing, right? Like, but I don't think a lot of there's I don't think every guy's got girls like that though. I think it's just super rare.
No. Again,
that we
it's
got
just like the one.
it's super rare.
Yeah, the 1 in 25,000. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's not 1 in 25,000. In this case that
No.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of women out there that play the supportive role.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, you have. The thing is, I've been dealing with women for the past 17 years with Beauty Fit.
Mhm.
Okay, and I've seen every different size, shape, color, ethnicity there is. But the one common denominator that I see in all the women that become customers of Beauty Fit in the last 17 years,
Mhm.
they all want it. Okay.
Mhm.
And the reason why I see that is because they're still ordering 17 years later and they're still training and they're still trying to be better every day. Yeah. Do they stop and they fall off, off the wagon? Yes.
Of course.
But they all have that beast mode inside them
Mhm.
that somehow, some way, it kicks in.
Mhm.
Like a mom. You don't know a mom's strength until she needs to use it.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think in today's age, there's a softness component to the male and female. And it's built more on physical and it doesn't have that depth.
Mhm.
So everybody's relying on the abs. And if they can't find the abs, they try to find something else. Is it money? Is it comfort?
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think that's where they go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that if you can't get the abs, I mean, you're obviously looking for the next best thing. Or girls have different things. Like I said, now I think it's more of a money aspect for a lot of girls out there. To a certain extent, there's girls where it doesn't matter, but a lot of girls, I think that that's what they want.
Do you think more women exercise than men?
I mean, there's more women on the planet than men. No. I think men work out more than females, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, man. When I go into some gyms sometimes when I travel,
Yeah.
and I see these classes, they're packed all with women, and I see guys in the gym room.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 200 women in the class at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and there's only 20 guys in the weight room.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about exercise, not bodybuilding, like Orange Theory. Remember,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
women,
No,
right?
listen.
All those things.
I think there's a lot.
I think there's a lot more women. I got to be honest with you. I think there's a lot more women trying to get in shape than men.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, yeah, I think that too. I think there's a lot more people in general, but obviously there's more women on this planet than men. So I do think that probably females are working out a little bit more. But I mean, now it's with the GLPs. It's just been it's a crazy fight there.
What's the ratio here?
What's that?
Men and women.
Men and women? It's probably 70-30.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're still 30. 30 is a big number.
Yeah. Yeah,
30 for females still a big number.
yeah, it's like about 30%, 25%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we have. Originally we were supposed to be just a male clinic in the beginning when I started. I was like, all right,
Well, that's how you started, right?
we were going to do just males in the
Yeah.
first couple of weeks, and then at that point, like once we got the first month, we had a couple of patients on. The wife or the girlfriend was like, "Hey, listen, you guys see us girls." And, yeah, we know the girls' hormones. Yeah, no problem. We can do the exact same thing. So, yeah, no problem. So that's how we got into it. I mean, you're going to get a lot more girls. I mean, more guy driven, I think, on some of the different things. Or girls think that anyway, from the outside looking in, they see, whether it's bodybuilding on there, or girls in bikinis. I had somebody, like a 63-year-old woman, like, talk to me, and she was a friend of ours. And, I was talking to her about, maybe doing some content, stuff like that, because, she's got a pretty good story behind her as far as weight loss and all that. She's like, I don't know if I fit in. She's like, I just don't think my people would be interested in girls in bikinis. I said, well, the bikini's not for them to be interested in. It's the desire to have the body to be able to be in a bikini.
Right.
People, they get that twisted all the time of why we're doing it. I'm not doing that to sexualize girls or anything like that. Of course, the pictures look hot or the video looks great. But the point is that you can have that body, but you have to work for it and therapies and all that. But that's the dream. That's the goal.
Right.
Right. Like even for me, this day, like it's obviously be better physically. Like I want to be better physically. I don't want to just stay where I'm at.
Right.
Because at this point, if you're not trying to move forward, you're staying. You're going to become stagnant. You're dying. Little by little.
The number one category in the world is weight loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And every supplement, drug, whatever, you can have something that will fix your heart or lose weight.
Yep.
They'll pick the one that will lose weight.
Yep. I mean, listen, man, you lose weight, you get healthier. It's a fact. So
No, it is
it's a fact. So a lot of people need to lose weight. So I'm not going to hate on people out there that need to lose weight, but I think the goal would be to be healthy all the way around.
I think people get complacent, they get comfortable. I've seen some people, guys and girls, they drop 10 pounds. Listen, I'm going to even cut myself off. I'm down 30.
Yeah.
I was okay at 15.
That's awesome.
That's me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? I ain't taking my clothes off anymore.
Right.
Right? Right? Think about it.
No, I know.
Why? I ain't taking my clothes off anymore. I'm good.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? Let me go down that road. Let me try to get under 10%.
Yeah.
And I'm down 30.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But there's no struggle. I didn't struggle.
Yeah.
It wasn't the bodybuilding diet,
Right.
I got 16 weeks to get ready.
Right.
I did this in 6 months.
Right. Taking time.
Took my time. I had my peptides, everything, and I balanced myself out, and it just felt good. Did I eat a burger once in a while? Absolutely. It wasn't a die with a T.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes. Oh, I gotta get on diet. No. Eat healthy.
Yes. Yeah. And dude, even for me right now, like this is my fluffy point, and I'm probably like 207, 208 right now. And I'll probably get up to like 215. That's what the goal is. And I'll probably go down to 210 after I shred up. But at that point, like, you gotta have calories, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to grow. Like I had a patient that I talked to the other day on the phone. He was telling the girls on the phone, yeah, I've been on IGF-1, I've been on type transformation stack, nothing's changing, this and that. Of course, the girls aren't breaking it down like that, but me, I know. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, you're 43 years old. You say you know how to eat right, you're training right, and at that point, like, as we get older, you might have to eat a little bit more protein because you're not absorbing as much. And at that point, like, you need to up your calories if you want to gain weight. Right? And I had ammo set up for this. So
you're ready.
I'm ready. So the ammo was he had a blood test done 3 days prior. Got the results. Had the results. I looked at his results. Look at his IGF-1. His last IGF-1 reading was a 155.
Okay.
He came back at a 305.
So
he went up to 150 points. Okay. That's beyond expectation.
But that's 3-something is a great number.
Oh, dude, that's beyond expectation.
That's where you need to be.
I would say,
right?
Yeah, of course. He was just a little bit above the range, like by 5 points. I think
between 300 and 400 is good, right?
Course.
Yeah, okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Right.
But at that point, like,
that's ideal.
No, but the big thing was the jump.
Right.
When you're jumping 150 points.
So you're taking something.
He's taking a time transformation. So then I'm like, bro, I'm like, listen, I'm like, you're taking the time transformation.
In how long? In a week, 2 weeks?
Month.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, I'm like, you're taking this, and
And he didn't feel it?
you're telling me nothing's changing,
It's the food.
but your blood tells me it's
Yeah.
different, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, what does it come back as? And I told him, he's like, no way. I'm sending you a copy of this so you can look at it for yourself. When we see these things,
He's not eating.
everything's all dialed in, bro. Like at that point, man, you got to look at what you're doing, man. You got because it's not just gonna happen like magic. People think like, oh, I'm gonna go get on steroids or I'm gonna go get on these peptides or whatever it is, and I'm just automatically magically gonna turn into what I'm seeing online. It doesn't happen
You know,
like
you
that.
know what the work is? You know what the work is.
Of course.
The food.
Dude.
The work is the food.
I mean, it's food, it's training,
Yeah.
it's sleeping. That's the other thing.
Yeah. But John, everybody, you train, I train. We can go in there. We can fake it. We could. One day we can train good.
Of course.
You can't fake the food.
No, you can't.
See what I'm
You
saying?
can't fake the food.
You have to eat the food every day in and day out.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
I can't put lipstick on a pig on this one.
No, you can't fake it to make it in that better arena. You can't fake it to make it in a healthier fitness arena to a certain extent, right?
Without food.
Period.
That's it.
Period. Because at that point, like you can't fake the training, you can't fake the eating, you can't fake the sleeping.
No.
You
can take
you can't
all
fake
the
it.
growth hormone you want, all the IGF-1, all the peptides, everything you
You
want.
can have all the money in the world.
That's it. If you're not literally eating what you're supposed to be eating, exercising to create that demand, okay, and resting to recover, nothing's happening.
I'm telling you. That's the other thing I tell the guys and the kids. Like my kid exactly. I'm like, bro, you need to sleep. You need to get as much sleep as you possibly can. As much as you possibly can. When they're young like that, especially until you're about 18 years old, you should probably try to sleep as much as you can because you're growing, dude.
Because then the life comes to you.
Yeah, and he knocks you in the face, and you'll stay up plenty of days and nights when you're an adult.
Say you wish you were 18 to sleep.
I'm telling you, man. Like when you're a kid, you got it made. Most kids, anyway, because there's some kids that don't. But most kids got it made, and at that point, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna be feeling great. So.
Very cool. So let's go back to that thing.
Yeah.
I want to finish with that. So 1 out of 25,000.
Yes.
Do you think that number is going to get worse or better?
I think it's going to get better.
Why?
I think that you're going to have more therapies to help people expedite those results. They could probably never got them before. But at that point, like I think that health is starting to catch on. And I think exercising is starting to catch on. And I think over these next couple of years, with them like putting the presidential challenge back into schools, it will start getting kids more physically active. And I think that the next generation, hopefully,
be a little
they're
tougher.
They're more shallow,
more active,
but they're a little bit more shallower.
I think tougher.
So hopefully they'll be tougher, but I think that they're going to be. I don't know about tougher.
They have to be tougher.
I don't know about tougher.
We can't go worse than this.
Mentally, I think these kids are soft.
Yeah, they're very.
Physically, not.
No,
mentally, yes.
That's what I meant. Tougher.
Yeah, physically, these kids are giants
God.
compared to what we got. Right?
Absolutely, I agree.
Like they're growing bigger.
I agree. I see them in the gym.
More athletic.
I saw this kid the other day in the gym. I don't think he was 18 years old.
Yep.
Soaking wet 160. He had 315 on there, and I'm seeing him across the gym. But I saw him 135, 225. I'm watching him, right? And there was hardly anybody around.
Right.
And I'm like, let me not do this set.
Right.
And I kind of took my water.
Yeah.
Start walking close to him. I didn't want to embarrass him or whatever. Right. And he unracks that 315.
Did he come down?
And he came down and he did 3 reps.
Oh shit! Okay, that's good.
And I sat there in front of him, and he racked it, and I'm like, "Good job."
Yeah,
he goes, "I've never done it in my life."
Oh,
and I said, "Why didn't you call me? You saw me looking at you."
Yeah.
I said, "You never do something like this by yourself."
Yeah, that's a big number.
Yeah,
it's a big number, right?
And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, because a small percentage of people are doing 315 pounds. Small percentage.
I actually thought I was going to take it off the neck.
Oh shit!
I was ready. I'm like, okay, which leg do I start with so I won't tear my hamstring?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Because it's people at spot, man. That's another like I think that's something that's that's a lost art.
Yeah.
Because these kids, these people know how to spot, and if it does go down, even if they're holding it, they're going to come over the top of you.
I've seen people spot people during squatting and they hold the bar.
Oh,
You gotta grab that person if they're here.
of course.
You gotta hug that person.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so totally different game, but yeah, if you see a kid like that, that's great. But I do think that physically these kids can be better, but mentally, I think they need to get stronger, definitely. But I think that the visibility of abs, yes. Like there's this new streamer out there right now. His name is Clavicular. That's his name, and he's like the number one streamer now. He took out all these streamers, and streamers are probably the most paid guys out there. So this kid is all about, and what they call it now. This lingo is crazy. Look maxing,
Yeah.
look maxing, mogging.
Mogging.
Like yeah, I never
What's
this
that?
term. So look maxing is like
Okay.
when you look so good. I
Okay.
guess I don't know. You probably have to pull up the definition
Okay.
for me, Andreas, to see what look maxing is exactly, because I don't want to misstep here and say something different. But that's the general synopsis of it, right?
Okay.
Like you look really good. So this kid is like and this kid's 20 years old. This kid tells his protocol. He's on tests, barely can do a 135-pound bench. Um, he smokes crystal meth to get lean.
Yo, meth, yeah.
He's taking CJC 12. I mean, he's laying it out there what he's taking and how he's taking it. It is crazy. Look maximum refers to a process of maximizing one's own physical attractiveness, which originated on male incel message boards in 2010. The term was limited to relative obscure internet forums, but the 2020s was popularized on TikTok and social media groups. So these people are saying this all the time, like look maxing, hard maxing, soft maxing, mogging. Like I heard Andrew Tate send me something, like Andrew Tate, you like, dude, we're 4 years old, bro. I like you, but at that point, like we shouldn't like dumb ourselves down. Like literally, like
Mogging.
I was talking to some kid the other day, and he was like, "BRB." I was like,
Be right back.
I
learned that last week.
understand, but I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you're not writing this in a text message. You're talking to me.
Or
Like,
talk to you later.
BRB. I'm like, BRB. I'm like, couldn't you just tell me be right back? I'll be right back. Like, I'll be right back. Like,
That's mogging right
Yep.
mogging, being significantly more attractive than those around you. Significantly, mog or mogging. So yeah, so this kid is like taking over the internet. So basically, his whole thing is he's gonna get jaw surgery, shorten his jaw, tires, and just crazy stuff. But he's doing all this, and he's telling all these young kids to go do all this stuff too. He said because what they were saying was this: they were saying if you're gonna have a physically fit body by 2030, you'll be worth $1 million. So at that point, like your body will be worth some sort of currency if you can get it to that point. But I think more kids want to be more aesthetically pleasing, and at that point, if they have different drugs to do it in a lot like quicker way, you still got to work out. You're not just going to develop muscles unless they are going to release this other drug by pharmaceuticals that is going to be a myostatin inhibitor. So you will grow muscle. You will grow muscle without working out. Okay.
Now you're in a whole different category.
So, not to say that it won't happen in the future, but at this point,
Is that him?
that's him. Clavicular. Yeah. So this guy is like I said, 20 years old. He just got arrested, right? Like I think he was in Miami or something like that. He's on live stream, right, with all these followers, live stream, and he gets arrested for a fake ID. And then he had like Adderall or something on him, like control substance. I don't know. He got arrested, everything like that. He was in there for a day or two. He got this lawyer from New York, and then all charges were dropped. He's on the way back. So, so he basically got off, and they have on live stream with the fake ID, with the controlled substances, and still let the case go. So, this is like the power of streaming nowadays. Just kind of crazy.
So streaming, let me get this right, is live.
Streaming is live. They're streaming all day. So like they could be. It started with like these guys in front of their computer and they're streaming on their computer and they're talking and they got these different backgrounds. But then they have mobile streaming, and these guys like I was showing.
So they're live all day long.
Live.
That's like me going live on my phone wherever I go.
Their camera guy has a backpack on him that has like charger and all that.
And there's
they're just
like Big Brother 24/7.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So it's just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I do think that these stream obviously
there's a responsibility though, man. There has to be.
There should be a responsibility. But
these
kids are so young.
But then again, who are we to tell what this kid should say or do? Right?
It's up to them. I mean,
but everybody else who's listen
we call him kids, but he's an adult,
right?
Legally,
right.
At 20 years old, you're an adult, so
right.
you know what's right and wrong at that point,
right?
So if you want to do that, that's totally on you. I mean, people are gonna do crazy shit just to get views. They're
Right.
gonna do the craziest shit they can, and they're gonna try to one up the craziest shit they
Right.
see.
Well, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean,
You know that.
think about that. I've got somebody here that was a part of the original Jackass. Now that to me was the original streaming. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So at that point, like, but these guys are like kind of like that, but they're doing like off the wall shit, like just
Yeah.
crazy shit. So it is what it is. But that's where I think the influence with the kids, the younger generation, and that's where it'll go. If it was a whole bunch of overweight fat people, then people want to be overweight and fat. But that's just not going to be the way it is.
Right. But don't forget, remember when The Biggest Loser came out?
I
That
do.
was huge.
I do.
That was huge.
Yeah, it was. It
That
was.
was the #1 show for what, 10 years?
Yeah. Shows people they can do it. It was a great motivation factor.
Right.
And what they did. I seen like they have like this thing on Netflix, like a behind the scenes
Yeah. I don't really believe because I was kind of involved with it, kind of. They had actually a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I saw all their diets were like 1,000 calories, 800 calories,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that, and
Just fucking train them to the ground.
yeah.
I mean, that's it. You can starve the body out. I mean, people are like, well, you can't starve the body out. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You put a person on a desert island.
Yeah.
Don't give them no food. See how much weight they drop and how quick.
Oh yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
It will definitely happen. So,
We got a lot of questions.
yeah, we got a lot of questions. All right, let's do this. All right, so Fitness Vogue, how are you guys doing?
We are
Great.
great. We are absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Taking names. All right. If CJC 1295 increases IGF-1, is there a legitimate concern about cancer-related pathways being stimulated? It's a good question.
Yeah, good
and I'm very honest about these things. So, listen, yes, that's the answer. But would I say it's relatively okay to do? Yeah, without a high potential risk, yes. But this is determined by family history, health history, right? This is the difference of you getting your peptides from Titan Medical Center through a medical provider that's monitoring you, going over your health history, looking for these counterindications or problems that could arise, instead of you possibly going on a research chemical site, putting this product in your cart, checking out and having it shipped to your house and having no support, no knowledge, no monitoring, no nothing. So yes, there could be, because when we talk about growth hormone releasing hormone peptides or even growth hormone in general, we talk about
Good.
we talk about size of cells and growing cells. Right? That's what it does. It stimulates new cells and new growth.
Splits.
Right? It would actually grow cells though too.
Right.
It'll go across and it'll grow cells, whether they're good cells or bad cells. And our body produces bad cells every single day.
Yeah.
And it gets rid of them. Sometimes some of those cells get by. They get by security. That's what they say. And at that point, they're in there. They're going to cause damage, and then those could grow. So, yes, but majority
But
of people,
less of the CJC than the growth hormone.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. So, CAC 1295 and ibuprofen, they correct the pulse and improve the pulse. Okay, it's stimulating. Growth hormone is exogenous.
Is the pulse.
It is. You're
It's the pulse.
injecting growth hormone instead of stimulating your pituitary to produce your own growth hormone and then turn it into IGF-1. So, but that's why, growth hormone is just, it's a lot stronger. But, at that point, like,
And then IGF-1
IGF-1 is the big one. And
is basically
that's
the growth hormone
that's-
converts into
yeah.
IGF-1. So instead of taking the growth hormone,
Yeah.
you take the IGF-1
Yep.
and you're already.
Yep. Your body it stimulates pituitary.
That's why it's so
Produces growth hormone. The growth hormone goes to the liver, converts to the liver. Boom, IGF-1 happens.
right.
1, 2, and 3 actually, but 1 is the one you really want to particularly look at. But at that point, like, that's what it is. And when you're doing HRT or TRT or any of these things, I would say that if you truly need it, you're aging, then it should be paired up with a growth release hormone peptide if you can, right? Because the IGF-1 numbers are probably lacking too. And at that point, like,
They're definitely lacking.
it goes right along with the anti-aging
Yeah,
process,
absolutely,
and it's
absolutely.
needed. So, look at hormones, but IGF-1 is a hormone too, and you need to look at that and make sure that that's optimized too as well if you can.
It's a pathway, right? We have the insulin,
Yep.
we have the IGF, and we have the testosterone.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
The 3 pathways.
Yep. You want those all to be optimal.
Right, of course.
All to be optimal. Okay, all right. Could peptides like BPC and TB500 accelerate unseen growth in precancerous tissues through angiogenesis. So I see this a lot. No.
No.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not going to do that. Especially like BBC 157. That's basically isolated gastric juices from your stomach.
Mhm.
That's where it came from. All right. So this is very natural to the body. All right. And thymosin beta, TB, 500, which is thymosin beta 4, comes from the thylam, and at that point, like you're not going to have any cancers. I've never seen anything like that to that effect. Now I'm not going to say it won't because I haven't seen any studies that say it won't, but at that point, I'm going to say 98% you're going to be good. Okay. There might be a 2% chance there. And I don't even know if that's correct. And until we get more research, which, if you really want to look at research, we can look at the last, I don't know, 12 years at least with Tight Medical Center having patients on PPC 157 and TB 500 and having no problems with this whatsoever with patients, or having no problems or counterindications with patients, or issues or allergic reactions or anything like that with those two. Those are probably some of my favorites because they work so good. They work for so many different things. And at that point, it's all upside, no downside.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love, Tight Medical. Appreciate it, Jimmy. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. What's it? Is believing? What's that one? Is believing that peptides are magic shortcuts preventing people from addressing metabolic fundamentals? We were just
Yes.
talking about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are using these things as crutches instead of tools.
Yep.
The whole point is to use these things like tools, and at that point expedite results and expedite, good health. And
We just discussed that.
Saying, oh, well, I'm just going to take this as magic, going to do all these things for me. And one day you probably will have something like that. And you could probably get around the metabolic fundamentals by taking a GLP, possibly, right? Because that's going to optimize that. And peptides can do other things for you. So I'm not going to sit here and say you can't get, a lot of great benefits without doing the right things. But why? Why do something half-assed?
Yeah. The thing is, I kind of get, everybody's like talking about shortcuts, right? I'm on the fence with the word shortcuts.
Yeah. One guy told me, he goes, why would I work smarter, or why would I work harder, not smarter, and do this? I'm like, well, that's not really smarter.
It's optimizing.
Yeah.
Okay. But also, let me flip this on you. If peptides are a shortcut and you're literally against shortcuts, if I had a shortcut for you to make $1 million, would you take it?
Hell yeah.
Why would you not take the peptides then?
Oh, I would too.
If there was a shortcut.
For sure.
So let's not talk about shortcuts then.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I definitely think that, these things.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think peptides.
I think peptides optimize what you are doing, we're supposed to be doing.
For sure.
Right? So I saw the difference because I've done my share.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know my body. And once I started the peptides, I legitimately dialed in more. And I said, okay, these are going to work, but I got to tighten up.
Yep.
Because I wasn't in the plan, right?
Yeah.
So I started tightening up. And then I literally saw the way I felt, and my body's just transformed.
Mm-hmm.
I started taking the IGF-1, the MK677, the Hercules potion. Just everything was just like, holy shit, let's go.
Yeah.
And that's when I said, all right, let me tighten up my diet, let me train harder, let me sleep. And that's when everything came together.
Yeah.
Because when I started, I was like, oh man, John, I need to get back. So it wasn't. Here, let's go. I'll help you. Let's go. I'm like, okay. So blah blah blah. Then 2-3 weeks later, well, the MK677 kicked in right away. And I said, John, is this legit? He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, here, my food's gonna get out of control. I need to do something about this. But I didn't want to not eat.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want you guys to know that when you dial into your nutrition and your training, I have to tell you, your recovery automatically kicks in because you're exhausted.
Right.
Like if you train really hard because your body's so optimized and you feel so good training that you're going to go to sleep.
Definitely.
Because if you're not training hard, there's more energy.
Yep.
And you're not going to go to sleep.
Yep.
Like Tammy makes fun of me now. I'm in bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
There's nothing wrong with that.
right? And I'm up 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I've never been up.
Yeah.
The other day I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Upstairs working.
Yeah. And so was I. It was Tuesday.
You know, so she goes, something wrong? I'm like, no, I'm fine. You know? So again, optimize, get your nutrition down, get your training down, and get your peptides and optimize everything together. And instead of spending all this money for 8, 10 weeks, you'll be able to get the results much faster, and then you'll be able to maintain that, and it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, then it's second nature.
Yep.
I love it, man. I absolutely. I'm surprised. I'm so disappointed that we didn't have it back then.
All right. Should peptides always be used with comprehensive blood panels, and what markers matter? Markers matter most. So you can take peptides without blood tests, but I would recommend if you're doing like a growth hormone peptide,
IGF
like
1,
that.
color 3.
Yeah, like anything like that, it's good to get a baseline on things, right? It's always good to have blood work, right? Because blood work will always have a baseline of where you started.
You always need to know what's going on before you start anything.
And then you start improving on it, right? You can see what you need to improve on. So it's not a necessary thing, but it is, I think.
It's good to know.
It's definitely.
It's good to know.
It's definitely.
I tell everybody, call Titan, get blood work.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. Just get blood work and let's see what's going on.
Absolutely. John and Jimmy, how are you guys doing? Oh, we're doing great.
Thank you.
Any upcoming events? No, I'm working on some though right now. I will let you guys know in the next couple of weeks what events we got coming. Should peptides be
Where are you?
right under any upcoming events at the top?
Contraindicated?
Contraindicated, yep. Should peptides be contraindicated during pregnancy or menopause due to unpredictable endocrine effects? Pregnancy is a no-no. I wouldn't do anything on pregnancy. We don't prescribe anything for pregnant women at all. Definitely don't want to be a blame of anything like that. Menopause, there's no problems. If TB500 once in clinical trials but never completed phase 3, should it still be used in clinics? Absolutely. We know. Wait, listen, guys. We know it works. Okay, we know it works. Just because farmers. Wait, hold on. So pharmaceutical companies cannot patent TB500 or BBC157, naturally occurring things in the body. They can't patent these things. So that's why they haven't really went after it, because they can't do it.
But what I heard is they're trying to add something to
They're
it.
going to try.
And
Yeah.
patent it.
Yeah, and they can do that. They can do that. And then compounding pharmacies can take that little molecule out and start selling it for a compounded version.
Right.
So, we're just going to play the game.
Full circle.
We're going to play the game.
Right.
You guys want to play the game? No problem.
Right.
New Zealand back in the house. What's going on?
There's another question here. I saw. Can growth hormones stimulating peptides subtly disrupt progesterone balance? No.
Peptides are not going to go after like testosterone levels, progesterone levels. You're not going to have any side effects as far as that for peptides. When especially growth hormones, peptides, you're not going to do that. Now, some of those out there, could maybe raising prolactin a little bit, sugar levels a little bit if you're eating wrong. You want to make sure you're eating correct on these things too as well.
But not even that much, right?
You're not going to really
you're not that
like
much.
that, but I gotta say it because they've had
Right.
before side effects
Okay.
before, so I gotta give the good with the bad. But there's all good upside. There's no, like I said, we haven't had patients where they've had problems like that. So, if you're doing the medications as prescribed and you're following direction, you're usually not gonna have any problems. It's when people start going out and doing Lone Ranger shit, like. They decide they're going to shoot IGF-1, take MK677 at the exact same time.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're going to eat a whole bunch right then and there. Like, your blood sugar is probably going to spike. Okay? It's probably going to spike.
And you got to drop.
And you're going to get dizzy.
Yep.
So that could definitely happen, but
Yep.
you're not doing things correctly. It'd be like you loading a gun incorrectly. And you're going to try to shoot the gun and it backfires. Like, you got to do things as they're directed, not. I get it all the time when patients decide they're just going to change their regimen, and then they don't want to know. They want to know why things feel off. I'm like, dude, this was prescribed for you to do it this way, not for you to get it and decide, oh, well, I'm going to do it like this, or my buddy Bobby told me I should probably do it like this because he's doing it like this. Well,
Mhm.
it's not probably coming from the same place. I get that all the time. Like, it's just like, come on, guys, let's be smart. If you guys are paying, right? If you're paying somebody like us to help you, I'd probably
Ask the questions.
Yeah, I'd ask the questions, but once you get the answers, I'd probably utilize that knowledge
Right.
instead of
Right.
I'm gonna go ask somebody else, and then my buddy said this, and then you're gonna like, well, listen, pay your buddy and prescribe the drugs, and at that point, then they can take care of your care and be liable. But at that point, like we got to make sure we're taking care of patients.
But then again, John, you got social media.
Yeah,
And you got some people out there
I know.
that have some kind of following, some kind of influence,
Yeah,
and they say, "Why take it like this? Why don't you take it like this?"
yeah,
You know.
dude. I was sitting the other day. I was sitting with this doctor the other day, and he's talking to me, whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, and like I'm just dressed down. I got this on, I got a jumpsuit on, and he's like starts talking to me. He's like, oh, you take testosterone? I was like, yeah, I take testosterone. He goes, you know, you take that sub Q, right? And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
but I was like, probably.
Uh,
He's like, no, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, oil's really not supposed to be injected subcutaneously like that. I'm like, I guess if somebody wants to poke themselves a couple more times a week and they want to deal with the rash or the bump or whatever, that's on them. But no. I'm like, listen. I go, I've run a clinic for going on like 14 years, and I go, what clinic? And I go, he goes, oh, he's like, never mind.
Yeah.
Because he knows, what I do. I'm like, and local guys, I'm like, for sure. I'm like, dude, like, you're not going to tell me you're feeling better. And I was like, what's your numbers? Like, it's just off. So that's another thing. People want to shoot, testosterone subcutaneously. Go ahead.
it's not good.
You think you want to do it like
Yeah,
that?
it's not
You
good.
think it's good? Go
Everybody's
ahead.
like, "Oh, I do the
Well,
10 mgs every day." What do you do? Oh, I just do it. I'm like, why?
Why are you want to poke? Because the levels are more even. I'm like, what do you
But
think?
10 mgs is not going to do anything.
Exactly. Well, what do you think that is going to do for
Yeah,
you?
this whole HRT. As a matter of fact, I was actually going to do a post tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I had written my notes. HRT done in microdosing is worse.
Dude, it's like,
But the thing is, you're actually it doesn't help you. It actually suppresses
yeah,
your own testosterone
of course.
because the doses are so low. Now, if you're taking 500,000,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But if you're taking 150, there's no reason to microdose it. Microdose it. I'm saying.
No.
I'm not saying 2 times a week
No.
or 3 times a week.
No,
I'm talking about microdosing,
yes,
right?
yes.
Every day, 10 mgs.
Yes. No.
You agree?
I agree.
Okay.
There's no benefit to that whatsoever. Your levels, I don't care if you say they're even keel, they're shit. They're shit levels. I want to see some blood testing. I want to see some guys doing
I agree.
Okay. And then let's forget about you're gonna have to inject yourself. All right, so you're doing your leg, you're doing your stomach, you're doing whatever, like you're still doing more injections. You're probably not getting the best out of the testosterone. Feeling wise, and I don't care what you say, oh, I feel great. Or
You think you feel great.
yeah, or even muscle wise. Like I see like some of these bodybuilders are starting to do it now. I'm like, go ahead.
Mhm.
Go do it all day long. Because those guys, like some of these guys that are preaching that shit, they're doing grams. And there's no way that they're doing grams subcutaneously.
Listen,
There's no way. Like I want to call some of these guys out, but I stay on my own line.
I don't think they're
stand
doing
by
so
my-
cute. What they're doing is they're taking 1,000 mgs and they're doing 125 a day, and that's okay.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care
because
about
now
gram.
you're past the
Yeah. Super physiological.
Yes.
level. Right. Listen, that's great. Like if you want to do it like that, that's totally fine. But
but the microdose, the replacement.
yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense to me. So, but I see it out there, and people ask me about, I'm like, go ahead. But then you got people. I'm like, all right, let's say you're doing 30 units a day, 30 units
30 units of what? Test?
of tests.
Okay.
Right. So whatever that's going to break down to.
Times 7 is
Yeah,
210.
yeah.
A week.
30 milligrams. So at that point, okay, you're doing 210 milligrams. That's fine. So you're going to inject this, and you're pulling this up every day? Because it's a bitch to pull up those needles with tests. If
No.
anybody's ever done it,
You got to get the big needle. You got to replace with the little one.
if you're going to do it with insulin needles, and most people don't even know where to go get those. I'm just being honest. And if most people are doing this, they're backloading.
Yeah.
So they're pulling out the syringe, the stopper, and
That's
which is so I mean, sterility wise is
It's
like,
dangerous.
yeah, man, you're talking about cross contamination like a mofo, and then you're injecting that, and at that point, guys, that's when problems happen. So, and most guys out there that are doing that are not the most sterile people out there. They don't know how to be very sterile, and they'll have no idea about cross contamination. So, I would just, I don't know. It's tough because I see it, but if you want to do it, go ahead. But I would recommend
They're just pinning themselves. Speaking of pinning, I got a good one for you. So Tammy purchased the
GHK.
okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
How's that going?
So it's going. She started on Sunday, but I have to videotape her trying to pin herself in her belly.
Oh my God.
It's hysterical.
She have to go on Billy. She put it
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I've never seen anything funnier in my life. She's like,
Really tight.
no, I can't do it.
Oh.
Like she did like 5, 6 times. Like, come here.
Yeah.
She goes, you do it for the first time,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And she's watching. Boop, I do it, right?
Yeah.
So today, I walk in the kitchen. She had everything out.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm doing it, right? I'm like, go baby, go do it.
Yeah.
She tried. She's putting that alcohol in here. It's red. Right?
Yeah.
Her little belly's red. She's rubbing it so hard. I said, baby, just and that tuberculosis needle. It's a little needle, right?
5/16,
Yeah. I said, just do it.
Yeah.
So she's like pinning and like, I can't do it. I'm like, just jab it in.
Yeah.
So she jabs it in. She takes it out. She goes, oh, okay, I'm ready for my trend. like it's such a hurdle for her.
Oh, dude,
She was so proud of herself.
That's a big one, man.
Yeah.
I anybody that doesn't do that shot,
she was so proud of herself. She's like, okay, what else can I buy now?
Yeah.
Right now, it's like I don't need you anymore.
a monster.
It's like, give me a credit card. I don't need you anymore.
That's how it is. I mean, but I tell people all the time, like, you're a survivor now. Once they do the first shot, I have the first shot, I'm like, you're a survivor. You can do this on yourself. You're not scared. A lot of people build it up in their mind.
Some say, was it bad? She goes, no.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Once you do it the first time, you're like, especially those. Testosterone shots are a little bit different, but like when you start doing subcutaneous shots like that, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing, guys. And if it does hurt, either the medication's a little off, or you might have went at a different angle and just caught a little bit. But
Listen, there's bad shots.
for sure,
There's bad shots out there.
oh yeah,
You can, and the drugs can be legit.
yep,
Okay.
yep,
There is such thing as a bad shot.
absolutely,
Okay. So
absolutely.
just because it gets a little irritated or red or whatever
Yeah.
doesn't mean that the product was no good.
Right,
Just so you guys know this.
yeah.
Okay.
And if anything does happen like that, like let's say you inject yourself and it's warm to the touch, it's red, you get a hold of us right away.
Yeah.
Like, because listen, cellulitis can happen. I want to make sure if there's any infection or anything like that's taken care of. Now, that could be from unclean area. It could be a number of different things. We don't really deal with things like that, but
At least they got some direction.
at least you got,
Yeah.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
you got something
Reach out
you
for
can
help.
call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, like you
Reach out for help.
It's not like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, you
Right.
call us, right, and then we'll sell you. Like if you need to go do something else, but at that point, we can usually take care of problems like that or issues.
We got time
All
for more?
right, yeah, we got about a couple minutes, 2 minutes left. All right, so
Does caffeine reduce slow wave sleep enough to blunt the actual benefit of CJT?
depends how much you're
Depends.
taking.
Yeah, it depends, and what time,
Yes.
and what kind of caffeine.
Yep. I would do HCl.
You know,
Not extracts or anything
Right,
like that.
right.
Pure caffeine.
pure caffeine.
And not do anything maybe till after. I wouldn't take anything after 3 o'clock. Depending on what time you go to bed. Some people say noon, but 3 o'clock. Some people take 5, 6,
3 o'clock or what?
3 o'clock p.m. That'd be the last time I would take one.
What?
ETA.
I take 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Wow. And you sleep. You go to bed.
I train so hard. That's why.
I don't know. I mean, listen. I used to take my pre-workout like back in the day before Titan, like when I was training, because I work all day.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I'd probably get there like 6,
You
6:30.
fell off.
That's okay. We're almost done anyway. Keep it rolling. It's okay.
So basically like
All right, my camera went off, so I'm hopping in this
so
one.
basically like I would train. I would go there like 6:30. I would take my pre-workout, which was like C4 or something like that back in the day. And that would have 200 300 milligrams of caffeine. So I would take it late at night. I'd probably stay up to probably about 11, but I was so tired from the day. Yeah, I would probably go to sleep too.
Yeah. See, I take the ECA, and I'm training 6, 7 o'clock. And I have to tell you, I feel it. I feel great. I feel great. But I'm tired at the end of the workout. I'm tired. Like I've really, I feel my mood's great.
Mhm.
Once I go home, I have my shake on the way home, and once I have my other meal, it,
Yeah. Yeah. Ready to go.
yeah. What dose do I have? Do you remember?
Of
I don't
what?
have the highest one.
Of what?
The ECA
Is it blue or is it red?
white.
Oh, yeah, you got it. You got it.
Oh, I got the good stuff.
Yeah, you got it pretty powerful.
Okay. No,
It's usually they're getting either pink is low dose, blue is high dose,
Yeah.
ultra dose is the red and white, and then the white lightnings are for
yeah, I got the
special
white.
individuals.
So I'm special.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'll take one of those in the morning and be good all day.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm metabolizing it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I could, if I wanted to shred up, like that's what I would do. I would do
One in the morning, one. Yeah.
one in the morning and then one mid afternoon.
Uh-huh.
I'll be on my diet plan. Like that's
Yeah.
how I know. Like, and that's, I mean, because I've done it before multiple
Yeah.
times. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Let me tell you, I sweat a lot on it.
that's great.
A lot.
Yeah, that thermogenesis, boy, putting that core temperature up.
Petra, man.
That's great.
That's-
Petra. Well, I mean, in that dose you've got the Yohan bean
There's
too.
there's B12 in there too, is it? No.
There, yeah, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So the old ECA was ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin.
Yeah.
So when I came, I was like, man, nobody's doing anything like this. I was like, this is the best shit ever, right? And I'm like, I don't want to take pre-workouts. So I was like, I'll improve this. The ECA plus.
Yeah.
ECA Stack Plus, we call it. Ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium picoate.
You got it.
So that's great too for any weight loss. And then
This one is Yohimbi.
on this one, there's about
Oh, on the label.
5 milligrams of Yohan.
Dude, I trust you so much. I don't even know what's in there.
Yeah, it's 5.
I remember, like, I looked on it, like, not even, I've been taking what, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months now?
Yeah.
And the other day I saw, I'm like, shit, it's got Yohimbi in it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Just enough.
now I know why.
Just enough,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Yohan bean's great for, giving aphrodisiac food as well. So you get a lot of benefits from that, and it's not overstimulating for people that can take it. For some people, they can only take the blue and white. Some people can't even take that one.
Guys, if you guys ever wanted to back off your pre-workout, let's just say you're taking a pre-workout and you're just over it and want to try something different, grab an ECA stack. Okay, grab an ECA stack. I did. I own 2 supplement companies. Okay, and there's one product that we have. It's called the PP7, and I tell John all the time, I love my formula. I use it all the time. So I tried the ECA stack just to come off my PP7, and I don't want to stop my ECA stack.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a different type of energy,
For sure.
right? There's a pump potion,
Yeah, Hercules and all that.
Right,
It's not
but
like this.
but the ECA stack. If you guys ever want to come off your pre-workouts,
yeah,
order an ECA stack.
yeah,
I wouldn't say order the lightest one
no,
or the strongest one. Order the medium one and
Yeah.
fill yourself up, because you can always double up, right?
yeah, yeah,
You can always double up and try that,
yeah.
and you guys will love it. Love it.
If you want to stim, right, and let's say you're drinking energy drinks all day, or you're drinking Starbucks all day, or drinking coffee all day, or you're drinking multiple pre-workouts or heavy doses of pre-workouts, go with ECA stack.
Yeah.
And not only will it work better, there's no fillers in it, there's no garbage in it, right? No sugar in it, no nothing in it like that. It's going to just work like it's supposed to, and that's to give you good energy, not bounce off the wall,
Clean energy.
yeah, and not heart
No,
palpitations, no nausea in the stomach. Like, you want to have the correct dose, and at that point, it will be financially cheaper for you too as well. Because even at our ultra dose, right, and that's like our high dose of blue and white ones, which are awesome. Those are $2 a capsule, and usually we do 30 to 60 to 90 capsules. So you're talking about $60, $90, and then at that point, like, it's a lot cheaper. You're gonna get way better effect.
You're paying $49.99 for a pre-workout and $50 for
Exactly.
a pre-workout anyway.
No crash.
Right. No fillers.
I mean, dude, it's a
Yeah.
win.
No, I agree. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm not trying to sell you guys on this one. I'm just telling you my personal experience. When I walk into, I drive half an hour to the gym, and by the time I get there, I'm this, right? I'm this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I try not to talk too much because all I want to do is talk.
Yeah.
And I catch myself.
Because I stimulate.
Yeah, because Tammy catches me. She's like, "Go train."
See, you need some accountability. Keep you on track.
Yeah. She goes, "Go train." I'm like, "Am I talking too much?" She goes, "Yeah." So like, I go, but you feel
You get a full
Yeah,
feeling, too.
yeah, it's
That's
a
good.
great feeling.
It is good. It is good. So listen, I'm telling you guys, ECA Stack. It's one of our biggest sellers. Everybody across the board, majority of people can take it, and it is one of the most effective energy, weight loss, mental clarity
Clean,
therapies.
clean, guys. It's so clean.
So I would definitely look into it for sure. You guys are gonna love it, I promise. All right, guys. So that's the end of the show. I think.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Again, we appreciate you.
yeah.
And
We'll see you next week.
yeah,
Well, man.
good seeing you, bro.
All right. We'll see you next week for Titans Edge Evolving with John and Jimmy.